This is Gertrude Macey, representing the Friends of the Library Oral History Project. It is Tuesday, December the 22nd of 2015. And this is kind of an unusual, not really interview, but is some information that I found that my mother, Gertrude Macey, had written in 1960. She was born in 1903 and died in 2001 at age 98. Her grandparents were Robert Wilson, who came from County Donegal, Ireland, and Rachel Wilson, and they founded Castle Finn. So we have some long-term history here in Marshall. And she was a school teacher for 35 years and was growing up on the farm. This was written in 1960, and I have the handwritten copy. I'm not sure why she wrote this, but I thought it was very, very timely. And with that, I'm going to read what she wrote in pencil. And the name of it was Our Changing Farms. If Great-Grandpa could come back today, his farm that he left years ago, he would hardly even recognize the old homestead. His farm was a neat, well-kept place for that time. He had a nice, large, comfortable house set well back from the road, and it escaped the dust kicked up by the fast-running horses and buggies. There were no modern conveniences as we know them today. The house was lighted with kerosene lights, which had to be filled, the wicks trimmed, and cleaned almost every day. The rooms were heated with wood-burning fireplace or stoves. The parlor was heated only on Sundays. The cooking was done on a hot wood or coal stove, and since this was the whole house, made the whole house hot. Summer eating was done on a screened-in porch or in an outbuilding called a summer kitchen. The washing was done on a washboard and a wash tub. The same work tub also answered for a bathtub. The lawn was cut with a hand sickle when the grass got too high and when it was too high to walk through. Of course, this was the usual flower grade of the old-fashioned annuals and vegetable garden. On one side of the house was an orchard of apples, pears, and peach trees, and blackberry briars. On the other side was a large barn which housed the work horses and dairy cows. The barn had a large haymow which was filled with fresh, loose, sweet hay. To feed the farm, it was all there. The feed and was also corn crib, which held out all of the corn raised on the farm, as the crop was put out with horses and walking tools. In the fields around the house were many farm animals, especially horses and cows. When Grandpa and Grandma went to town, one could always know they were from the country. In the summertime, they were covered with dust after the long ride through the fields behind horses. Their shoes would be dusty or muddy according to the weather. For all of this, they were happy and content. Today, one drives through the country on hard roads, and it sees neat, well-kept houses that far surpass the cramped city homes. The lawns are beautiful. Almost all farmhouses are now lighted with electricity, and the farmer has all of the modern conveniences of the city neighbors. The big barn is a thing of the past, and so are the horses, even cows in the fields. Now the horses unleashed, and the large dairy farm is all a stock farm. The 2 or 3 car garage takes the place of the barn. The tractor has replaced the old Dobbins. The farmer works early and late during the farm season, but with his modern machinery and quick-growing hybrid seeds, his crop is planted and harvested, and he has time for his much-needed vacation. When he drives into town with his new car and new suit of clothes, one cannot say by looking at him he is from the country. And that is the end. I made a copy of this to include in the oral history writing. Thank you much.